What is going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new, what is up? My name is Kendall. I'm an online fitness and an online business coach. And guys, I'm coming at you today with a highly requested video, and one that I honestly searched up for the first probably year and a half of my business when I first got started, or even when I was like age 17 and I wanted to actually hop into the world of coaching. I was like, how the heck do I get started? And honestly, like, what even is this world of online coaching? How much money can you make? What does it consist of? And what are the first steps? So what I'm gonna do today in this video is I'm gonna cover with you guys the first steps in really getting started in your online fitness coaching business. So if you're a personal trainer, this video is gonna be great for you. If you're a fitness enthusiast or just someone who genuinely wants to get into the world of online fitness coaching, this is gonna be the perfect video for you, okay? Even if you're thinking about it. So I'm gonna give you guys some of the first starting steps. And I just wanna say really quickly is I'm personally still scaling my fitness business. I still have my fitness business. It's a 7-figure business. The reason I do that is because, one, I freaking love fitness coaching and I love helping people, and I've built out a team that can now help me do that. So I can still run my business coaching and our VA business that we have as well. But because of that, I've gotten to see how much the fitness coaching space has evolved over the past 5 years of me being in it. And I'm constantly trialing and erroring things to make sure I provide systems and just kind of see what's changing in the space to help you guys out, right? So that's something I'm still actively doing. So if you've watched old outdated videos, if you've watched videos for 2018, even 2020, they're probably outdated when it comes to learning how to start your online fitness coaching business. So let's dive into end of 2021, maybe going into 2022. Hopefully this video might be relevant still in 2023 on how to start your online fitness coaching business. So first things first is you got to pick the platform that you know that you want to get started on. I personally scale my fitness coaching business off of Instagram. I'm obviously now on YouTube. We have an email list and we have Facebook groups. Think about it like this. The demographic that you want to work with is usually the previous version of yourself. So for example, I had an eating disorder at age 15. When I was 17, I was fully recovered. I actually started coaching at age 18, right? And so for me personally, I work with a lot of women who come from a restrictive background, who have gut health issues, right? So right out the gate, I know they're probably gonna be age 20 to 30. They use Instagram, okay? I love Instagram. It's the app I'm on the most. So the first thing I would say is pick the form of social media that you are utilizing the most, because your ideal client probably sits there, whether it's TikTok, here on YouTube, maybe it's YouTube since you're here watching it, right? Or Instagram, right? So I recommend getting on like Instagram or Facebook primarily. If it's LinkedIn, something like that, cool. So pick the platform that you're going to utilize, and pick the platform you think the demographic is on that you most would cater to. Okay, so now that we know primarily what app you're gonna be using, what social media platform you're gonna be getting on, right? We also kind of have an idea maybe of the demographic you want to work with. The number one thing is, as an online fitness coach, you're probably going to be coaching the previous version of yourself or someone you're really passionate about helping, right? So what we need to do now is get clear on the problems that your ideal client is going to have, and then offer them a solution, okay? So in order for you to be able to get people in your pipeline, in order for you to get people onto your team, what we need to do is start coming up with the problems that they're facing. Do they need body recomp? Are they focusing on, shifting their habits because they're overweight? Are they extreme fat loss? Are they working in a corporate job? Are they female entrepreneurs, mompreneurs, right? Look at where you're at, look at what you've overcome. It's more than likely that you're gonna be helping give people that solution, okay? For me personally, it was having a better relationship with food, optimizing my digestive health, and gaining muscle mass in a way that was also, going to help me with body recomposition, right? So those are some of the things that I help our girls get in terms of a solution. Now you have problems and you have a solution, okay? So let's talk about the next step. Now you have your problems, you have your solution, you can start talking about this on social. So something that's really important is you gotta show up and provide as much content as you possibly can and as much free value as you possibly can on social media. I personally, if you guys wanna check out my Instagram page, it's just at Fierce to Fit. You guys can go see all the videos I post. That page is primarily to bring in leads and support people through fitness, right? I use our Elevate Coaching Academy page to bring in more of our business coaching team and our business coaching students. On there, I provide value on my story every single day. I have highlight reels on there that talk about all different topics that my ideal client struggles with, and I dig deep. Here's the one thing why a lot of coaches don't stand out nowadays is they just try to only talk about nutrition and training. I think about all the problems that my ideal client would have and then the excuses they make to not reach the goal that they have, or not solve those problems, and then monetize or capitalize on that specific topic. So it's not just about them fearing food, it's them seeking validation from the fact that they couldn't get that from their mom growing up, and now they feel like they constantly need to be looking for validation, and I'm calling them out about their mindset, right? So digging really deep into those topics and then bringing that to light. post on your story 5 times a week if you're using Instagram. Use Instagram Reels. Those are the main things that are blowing up right now. Entertainment is huge in the space to grow. And then from there, once you really focus in on posting content, right, it's not just gonna be about, making people come in. You have to go out and start connecting and engaging. When you start your business, you're in a massive credibility building phase from like year 1 to year 2, and even beyond that. You're always building credibility, but especially year 1. Consistency is sexy, so get on social media, and that is gonna be step number 3, is posting that consistent content. A little bit about getting on social, figuring out the demographic, etc. Now, what I want you to do is we have to focus a little bit on the back end with the system side of things, okay? So when it comes to the system side of things, this is my jam. I love systems, I love automations. This is how I help people scale. You don't have to have your business and your program fully dialed in. You don't need to have this massive 12-week course, this massive program. I see way too many people being perfectionists and procrastinating starting an online fitness coaching business because they try to just build up course material in a program before they even know who they truly are serving. You're gonna learn who you're serving and build up a program once you actually get people in the door. So have some cash flow first, then go through that, okay? So the next step I'm gonna say for you, number 4, is gonna be get an application ready. I personally use Typeform. You could use Jotform, you could use Google Forms, whatever you wanna use. You could use any of those platforms to just create an application. If you guys wanna see what my application looks like, it's a little more extensive. You're gonna have to pay for Typeform Pro if you end up using it. But I actually have a pretty extensive application process that we teach our students how to actually tie in specific pain points of their ideal client to make sure that even as the person is applying for coaching, they are hitting harder on those pain points. So step 4 is gonna be build out an application, put that in the link in your bio, put that link everywhere, and start building up those systems and processes. Okay, next, what we're gonna do is I highly recommend getting Calendly instead of just throwing people into a call booking in your Google Calendar or just winging it. Make it professional. Get calendly.com. You don't need to go pro. It's completely free when you first get started, and set up a calendar event that has availability where you can go ahead and when you start booking calls with people, you can actually put their name and email in and it'll shoot them a confirmation. I highly recommend the first few sales calls that you do when you start getting on them, you do a Zoom call. Do not do phone calls. I made the mistake of doing that for years, and your retention, your relationship with the clients when you first get started will be so much better if you start off with doing Zoom calls. You can actually integrate Zoom into your Calendly, which is super, super nice, okay? So that's gonna be the step number 5 for you guys. Now, moving on to step number 6, we only have a few more steps left. This is a little bit more of the system side. I highly recommend when you're first getting started, you do have some kind of payment processing. You can use like Venmo or Cash App. I just don't recommend it because you're gonna wanna sell people into a reoccurring monthly program. I usually say 3 to 6 months to get started. And when you first get started, it's not really the best for legalities or legal side of things to use Venmo, Cash App, etc. PayPal is a good one. I've noticed though a lot of people over the last year in 2020 to 2021 have started getting blocked, or PayPal will keep your money. So if that's the case, you can use Squarespace. I personally use Stripe. I have a lot of our students use Stripe with their social security number, and then once you actually get your business LLC, you can go ahead and transition it into your EIN, your taxation number, instead of like your social security. But you can set up reoccurring payments on Stripe, and you can also set up just regular one-time payments on Stripe, which is really nice. So I would highly recommend getting on Stripe if you're first getting started. Step number 7. So since you're not gonna have a fully blown program ready to go, I highly recommend as you get people into the door, go ahead and get on a training app. I personally use Trainerize. Trainerize has been my best friend for the past 3 years. I put all our clients on there. You can upload their progress photos, their workouts. You can have master programs that you can allocate to different clients and make small changes with, group chats, you have messaging in that app, and it's just a really professional platform aside from just giving your clients like Google spreadsheets or anything like that. It also syncs to MyFitnessPal and Apple Watch so that you can actually look at all your clients' progress in totality. So I would highly recommend getting on that. And as you get started, you might not have this fully blown program. I just really don't recommend having a fully blown program with like course material and all that stuff, because as you get clients in the door, they're gonna ask questions. As they ask questions, that's when you can start providing more content and just understanding more of what they need and providing more of that throughout the entirety of their program. And then you'll just build that up and you can increase rates over time as you get more people in the door and learn what they need. Next, we have going outbound and working on inbound. So what I mean by this is there are so many people nowadays who think you could just post on social media. When I first got started, I had like 20 inbound leads a week, meaning I would post on my story and say, hey, if you're ready to take action, if you're struggling with gut health and you want to reduce inflammation, I'm taking on clients for one-on-one coaching. Apply at the link in my bio or apply right here or swipe up. It used to be a swipe up. Now they have the link on your Instagram story. And I would get applications. And I will say nowadays it's a lot more few and far between. I've built up a lot of credibility and rapport, so I am constantly still getting inbound leads. But for many of my coaching clients, some of that have less than 1,000 followers, they're making 20 to 40K months plus, some making even more than that. We have some clients who are literally hitting 6-figure months, and they literally mainly use outbound lead generation. So what I mean by that is if you have people following you, people watching your stories, if you're using Instagram and you're putting polls on your stories or things like that, start putting the features on Instagram where people can engage with you so you can strike up conversations with them. We teach our students how to write out fully blown DM scripts and how to use those scripts to actually get people onto a phone call. But realistically, if you can start going outbound and making connections with people and then asking them to hop on a call with you to see how you can support them, that's going to be a really easy way to build trust with people to get them into your pipeline and actually transition them over and convert them into one-on-one coaching clients. So it's really important you're not just relying on hopping on your story and posting content. You have to do a lot more nowadays. The industry is a lot more competitive. There are a hell of a lot more coaches than when I first started off 5 years ago. So you have to stand out and you have to make sure that you are connecting with people and not just relying on them coming into you, okay? And last but not least, everyone always asks me, do I need insurance? Do I need an LLC? Do I need to establish myself? You will need to get a business entity when you are starting to make money and when you start getting clients in the door so you can cover your butt. I personally don't know a lot about insurance and I can't really give a lot of legal advice, but I can talk from experience and I have a lot of tax experience because I've been in the business for 5 years. I've made a lot of mistakes with it when I first got started, and I have a great CPA, ZTX Advisors, and his team, and they do a great job of teaching me as much as they possibly can about tax and tax law. But you will need an LLC eventually when you start collecting money. It's also going to help you get onto more professional platforms so you can start accepting money and making like a business bank account and things of that nature. I personally just don't think you need to spend the money on getting an LLC before you even have a lot of these systems built up. So I'd focus on doing that, getting some cash flow, maybe the first client or two that you get, put that right towards getting an LLC. I personally just go through CorpNet. If you guys have questions about that, I actually have a rep that you can go through. And it saves you a lot of money if you go through CorpNet with me. So you guys can actually just let me know down below if you want the information for that, or shoot me over an email. I'll just put my email down below, or a DM on Instagram. It's just @FearsToFit. Okay, so that was a lot of steps. That was a lot of steps. But those steps are going to happen over time, and they're also going to be a compound effect. You're going to start off just with focusing on getting clarity first, right? Get clear on your vision, get clear on who you want to help, get clear on the content that you want to provide, right? As you're doing that simultaneously, start setting up some of the back end work. This isn't something that's going to happen for you overnight, okay? So give yourself some time to just digest this information. Watch this video back over and over again. Watch it as many times as you need to just get things kickstarted. And if you truly need support and need help, do me a favor. We have so many free resources. We have our free Facebook group that me, Coach Caroline, and Coach Garrison, who are the 3 coaches at Elevate Coaching Academy, post in every single day, besides Sunday. Sometimes we do though. We post in there every day. We have our Elevate Coaching Academy Instagram page where we talk on the story every single day. We post awesome content for you guys to learn. So I would love for you guys to check that out as well. If you guys have any questions for me specifically, guys, this is what I love doing. I love teaching y'all. I have a bunch of podcast episodes as well that I'll link down below. But if you like this video, guys, give it a thumbs up. I'm also going to be doing a second video for this, talking a little bit more about how to scale your online fitness coaching business. If you have questions directly or specifically about anything I talked about in this video, please do not hesitate to just drop the comments down below or ask me any questions so I can keep providing more value for you guys. But I love y'all so freaking much. Let's keep growing. Let's get things kickstarted. It's a great time to segue into the new year if you're watching this. If you're watching this past the new year, let's still keep freaking crushing it. The online coaching space has so much potential. You can get hundreds of thousands of millions of dollars and help thousands of people while you do it. So I love you guys. Thank you so much. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you liked it. I will talk to you guys in the next one.